There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick, and that's complete to Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
1st down, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. The big fella. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here we go. Let's get. Watch the pass. Check.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Jackson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
42, like 42.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
At the 36-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Here's Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Strong. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Open man is Allison, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
51. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And Graham's got it over the middle. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Fitzpatrick now. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's Samuel, caught left side.
Jackson's pass complete to Deebo Samuel. Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Get ready. 44, Mike, 44.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
And the Lions first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm letting you know
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fitzpatrick. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Go. Go.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
Jackson throwing again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Detroit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now it's Jackson. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down, Lions.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 26, check 26.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off by Tramon Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
52 and 56.
Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Jackson. He gets it left side to Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right here. Man left. You got three. Three down. Go, Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Right side and taken in by Fulgham. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson, option right, and an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Shit!
On first down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Pass incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Jackson down, operating from the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And left side here, it's Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Fitzpatrick. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it. Mike 51. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
52 and 56. 52 and 56.
Fitzpatrick. Got him man. That's Allison. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Regular. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out, as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Football's the mic. Right underneath. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick caught on the right outside by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check four, check four. No. Off. Put it to him, check, cover. Put it to
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike's 42.
Jackson from the shotgun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Check the out. Pass it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Trey Flowers, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Feel it. Gonna go 5-0 here.
Fitzpatrick. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Strong. Okay, just like that.
And the blitz does come. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
20. Watch the run. Kill. Jeff, go Jeff. 51. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Fitzpatrick to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
44. 44. Hey. Both throws to Mike. Mike's both. Hey, orbit.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he is going to go down. 1-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
There you go. Get down, get down, get down. Go now. 44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check. You don't want nothing. Hey, color. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Okay.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.